2015 was one fantastic year for cross-country racing. We saw some epic battles taking place, but mechanicals and crashes really had an effect in the results. Now in this video, we've got 8 different riders who we feel at some point across the 2016 season could get a win. So let's get to it. Now the first rider that I'm going to kick it off with is current world champion and current World Cup overall, Nino Schurter. The Swiss rider doesn't need much of an introduction, and he's known for being a bit of a risk taker in the descents. We even saw him go down a couple of times last year. Now he rides for that Scott Odlow team, and is definitely going to be one to watch. He had some great battles last year with Julian Absalon and Jaroslav Kulhavy. Moving on from Nino, I think we've got to talk about his arch rival, Julian Absalon. Now the French rider, he rides for BMC, and he had a pretty good season in 2015, but he's got to be disappointed. He was beaten 3 times to the line by Nino Schurter, and already in 2016 we've seen some great battles between them. So I think with it being an Olympic year, they're both going to be gunning for it, and who can take it between Julien and Nino? It's got to be between those two. Now one rider that comes right in the mix between Nino Schurter and Julian Absalon has got to be Jaroslav Kulhavy. He had a great start to his 2015 season, grabbing the first World Cup win, but kind of tailed off towards the end. We've actually already learned, unfortunately, he's got a wrist injury coming into the 2016 season, but rest assured, he'll be back later in the year to try and back up that 2012 Olympic win that he had in London. Now we've talked a lot about the older riders, but coming on to the other side of the spectrum, we've got to mention Simon Andreassen. The young Danish rider has signed a multi-year deal with Specialized Factory Racing, and at 19 years of age, he's already a 3-time world champion, winning both cyclocross and junior cross-country medals. That's an impressive feat. Now, entering his first year as an under-23 racer, it's going to be very interesting to see how he can perform, but he sure is one of my top tips to watch. Now let's move on to the women's field, and the first one that I'm going to talk about is Jolanda Neff. She had a really impressive year last year, getting the World Cup overall, and unfortunately missed out on the World Championships. But it's worth noting she is the only rider with 3 times under-23 World Championship victory. That is an impressive feat, I have to say. We saw her last year taking some really aggressive lines in her descents, and I'm sure with a great off-season of training she's going to be super fit and super fast on the climb, so she's got to be one to watch. The next rider has got to be Gunn Rita Dahle. What is it to say about her? Well, she has got 29 World Cup wins to her name, which is the most winning amount of all time in cross-country women's. That is an impressive feat, it has to be said. She had a bit of misfortune last year with some mechanicals towards the end of the season, but she's going to be coming back strong and she's wanting to get some more wins in 2016. Let's move on to the French rider Pauline Ferrand-Prevot. She had a great season in 2015. Well, not a great season, but she had a very good one. She had a bit of misfortune halfway through where she had some lower back troubles and actually had to pull out of some of the races, but she came back strong in Wyndham and got the win there. Now it is worth noting that she's a 3-time World Championship winner for cyclocross, road and mountain bike. Now that's impressive, I hear you saying, but what's more impressive is that she's talking about racing in the Olympics, both mountain bike and road. Will she be able to get the gold medals in either? We'll have to wait and find out. Now, we couldn't go without mentioning Swedish rider Jennie Roosevelt. She got 6 World Cup wins out of 6 in 2015. That is almost unbelievable, really. You can't really imagine that, can you? She'll be gunning for the World Cup overall, the World Championships, and the gold at the Olympics. And if she got all 3, I don't know what else there is to say, but we'll have to wait and see if she can pull that one off. So there you have it. We've named 8 different riders who we feel at some point across the 2016 race season they're going to take a win. Now for more cross-country videos and GMBN, why not click up there for how to climb anything? And if you click just down there, you'll get to what is cross-country. Perhaps you want to know more. And as ever, don't forget to click right in the middle to subscribe. It's absolutely free and you get a great video every day of the week. If you enjoyed this one and think that one of these could win, then give it a thumb up like. As ever, any comments down below, who do you think might win?